Hi there, so it finished 5-1 for us today in the Carabao Cup against Bolton. Your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a good performance all in all. Matured, well controlled from minute 1 to minute 90. Unlucky to give away a goal. I think Bolton will be happy that they've come to Arsenal and gotten a goal. At least something for the away fans to cheer. Other than that, I think substitutions wise, the players we started, the kids we brought in, giving debut to a few players here and there. Yeah, all in all, good game altogether.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was 5-1. You really can't complain. A lot of rotation, a lot of young players giving the debut. Good play. Of course, they struggle a bit from the beginning, which is what you would expect if you've got that much rotation. But the experienced player like Saka, Sterling eventually came to fore, and overall, you really can't complain. Good performance, good game, satisfying results.
Yeah, and we saw Ethan Nwaneri today getting the chance to start. We've seen him come off the bench in the Premier League, showing a lot of potential. Started today, got 2 goals, looked really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can see he's got a whole lot of potential, and I believe if he keeps his head down and really learn from the experienced guys around him, he's going to go far. Of course, because he's got 2 goals today, I won't be surprised a lot of noise will be about him in the coming weeks. But you could still see it's a little bit raw, still need a bit more game time, a bit more experience, and shall I say, very controversial. They still need better decision making, because that goal, he should have squared that ball to Saka. On another day, we'll miss that, but he did an Hendrick, which is good for confidence. But overall, you really can't complain. I think for me, he's the outstanding player today, and very impressive.
Ethan Nwaneri. Let me tell you guys how to say this guy's name. Ethan Nwaneri. I can give you the full. I can explain, but we'll leave that one. Yeah, I think for a young boy like this, a young man coming to a game, I know he'll be coming in and saying, "Look, I want to score today. I want an assist. I want to do something." So going there and getting 2 goals, confidence. Like my mate has said, you know what? I saw Saka running in. A better, no disrespect to the Bolton goalkeeper, but if we had someone better in goal, that goal probably will save that. He will save that shot.
I'm sure he watched Hendrick over there, because Hendrick was supposed to square to Mbappe or Vinicius and he scored. So you see, these young players don't really care so much these days. They just go out for it. It's good for confidence, but
it's good for Instagram
absolutely. and as you grow, as you develop, you learn how to make better decision making. But that is not,
as long as he scores, man.
Yeah, absolutely. If you score, so you've done the right thing. But overall, we're proud of him. He's calling his name appropriate because they're from the same. He's a Nigerian, so we're representing Nigeria.
He's my brother. He is my little brother. That one. When I come here, I want to see Ethan Nwaneri. I want to see Bukayo Saka. Not like I don't want to see the other players, but I can relate to their journey. I can relate to their story. And look, I just want this guy. I know his ceiling is here. I hope he breaks that ceiling and goes even above, man. I'm telling you. It's a bit, I don't know, it's something emotional for me.
We're proud of him. We're very proud of him.
Yeah, it's something. I know one day he wants to wear the 3 lions, but maybe he
wears the green, white,
green for Nigeria. But yeah, let's talk about the game. Sorry, I'm feared up.
Yeah, that's fine. So I wanted to ask you as well your thoughts on our squad depth. So we got to see players that don't normally play in the Premier League and the Champions League today, and we've seen the youngsters, but we've seen obviously players like California as well. He's a new signing for us. And what's your thoughts overall on how our squad depth's looking?
No, I was saying to my mate, see, we've played 2 left-footed centre backs today. We've not seen Kivior start a game this season. I think this is the first start. If we are being very honest, we have a thin squad. When push comes to shove, I just hope we'll be able to get over the line, because we know, Mikel knows, Edu knows, we need a striker. In the defense line, I have no problems. I think if we have what we have in defense, in the firing line, we are good. Like, there are days when Havertz is kind of off it. You need something different from the way Havertz plays. And I'm sorry, unfortunately, Jesus is not giving us that factor we need. So we need something else. We're a bit thin. You see how Odegaard is away, and it feels like, oh, the whole world is come crumbling. And yeah, but what we've got, we know for sure we are going to compete. But for us to get over the line, get that elusive Champion League title, we need to strengthen in January. I'm sorry, especially the fire in front line.
I understand the concern about the squad depth and all of that, no doubt about that. But we have to put in perspective as well that we've got injuries. Now, if all players were fit, if you've got Merino fit, Odegaard fit, and all these guys fit, it won't be as thin as I'm sure Arteta would have started a bit more senior players today. But injury comes. Rodri is out now for the whole of the season. So is KDB out for the next couple of
Salam,
weeks.
see, Rodri is out. Nunez comes in. Nunez is a matured head. We are not going to be thinking, oh, who are we bringing in?
But
what I'm saying, Merino. Anyways,
I understand. So we've not got, in my opinion, we've got depth, but we've not got depth in quality compared to these guys. You know,
your bench will win you the championship.
But what I'm saying is, if we've not got injury to people like Merino, if Trossard was not on a red card and all of that, we can easily rotate at least 5, 6, 7 players, and we still have a because everyone that comes at the back line has its total quality.
Yeah, I'm not worried about.
And you make 1 or 2 changes in the middle, 1 or 2 changes off, but you wouldn't change all the 11 team. So the problem now, of course, we've got a big deficit in quality, primarily because of injury. But there's nothing you want to do about that, because if you buy 23 players and 12 of them still get injured, are you going to replace? Are you going to go to the market and buy? So we've got injury problem as well. So we just hope that they've made the right decision. Of course, everybody was clamoring for a striker and all of that, but the club has made a decision that they're happy with what they've got, so they have to live by it. He's gotten the result today. If he manages to keep getting the result, then we really can't complain.
Yeah, for sure. And I wanted to ask you as well is that with this competition, the Carabao Cup, it's always taken very lightly. It's a competition that no one seems to really be too bothered about.
I don't think Arteta should be taking any competition. Arteta has done a very good job.
I think it's Wenger's problem.
Personally, I'm a very big fan of Arteta and everything he's done. It's easy to start. You know, people start complaining after we drew the game against Brighton and like, oh no, we're going to draw games, we're going to lose games. That's fact. But we have to consider where we're coming from 3-4 seasons ago. You understand? And we're far ahead now. However, we've also spent close to £1 billion in transfer window in the last couple of years, combined. So we've got to win something, and I think our best chance of winning something is these cup competitions. Man City is still ridiculously good. They're still favourites, whether anyone likes it or not. Of course, we will push them, but we would have enough to push them to get the title at the end of the day. That still is still in their hands. Champions League, we know Real Madrid and the like will still be superior to us no matter what we do. So I feel Arteta needs to justify all the money is spent by winning at least a trophy. And I feel the cup competition at the FA Cup and Carabao Cup are the two, competition that he
to us like that. We can't be talking EFL. I'm sorry.
You've not won the EFL in how many years?
I don't care.
You see, I know Arsenal fans were very arrogant. I'm not one of those anyway. We've only won 3 Premier Leagues in the past 30 years. We've never won Champions League. We've never won the Europa Cup. We think we're not bigger than this. We've not won the EFL Cup in 30-something years. We need to win a trophy. We're not touching. We need to win a trophy. And I think Arteta should prioritize this cup. Of course, there will be squad rotation, but I don't want a situation where, what's his name? Pep said yesterday that he's just going to use whatever he has, the reserve guys and all of that. Pep can afford to say that. Pep has won this EFL Cup a couple of times. We've not won it. We need to win something, and I feel Arteta should not over it. And you see the attitude today. You got Bukayo Saka starting. People were like, why should he not start? He played 45 minutes against City. He's fresh. So I want that kind of attitude. Take the game seriously. I feel Arteta should win a trophy, because if he goes this season again without winning a trophy, then unnecessary criticism starts. and you might say rightfully so, because
see,
we've spent a lot of money.
I'm not saying, hear me here, we need to win something,
Yeah.
100%. Now, when you say prioritize the Carabao Cup, do you want to play? Let's say we have a
No,
big,
no, no.
we have a
Yeah.
big game coming up.
Yeah.
You want to prioritize because you have the Carabao Cup. You play them, they get injured, and then the big game now suffers. And that big game I'm not probably in the league or in the
I'm not
Champions
saying
League.
prioritize Carabao Cup in that sense. I'm saying prioritize the cup competition, because we can win the cup competition. And a typical instance is today in using Saka. Starting with Saka, it shows that it doesn't take this competition lightly.
I know. Mikel knows what
That
he's
is
doing,
all I want. I don't want the situation where you start kids all over the place. There's no coordination, and we get knocked out. We've always been knocked out of this competition at the early stage in the last couple of years.
If we look at the lineup for every other team, I think we are the ones that have brought in the most youth or academy. If you want to look at it, because we saw Chelsea yesterday playing.
But this is a very we've used the academy play. I totally love the way it was set up today. We use the academy player at the right places. What I mean, one, you look at the forward line, complete experience. Saka, Jesus, and Sterling. It's not taking this thing lightly. And even in the middle, we've got Rice and Jorginho, experienced legs, and Nwaneri, we know he's got quality. It's not just been proven yet, but he showed us today. Then in the back, we've still got Calafiori, and we've got Kiwior, so it's still relatively bad. That is all I want. I don't want a situation where you dare use just kids and you expose us to getting knocked out of the competition. If we are playing City, I want a stronger squad than this. Why? Because I feel this is a competition we can win. People might not like what I'm going to say. I still feel City is still the favorite. We've seen the way City started the season, and we know we've got a bit of trouble. We're not at our full gear yet, and it's very, very unlike City to start the way they start. They start a bit slowly, but they've hit the ground running. So City will still be the favorite. Of course, we'll push them to the end. But you said about having things scored. Do we think our squad is strong enough to run with City towards the end? So I feel Arteta should win a trophy this season. I don't know what trophy it's going to be. I know Champions League and the Premier League is our priority. I would love to win it as well. But I know we've got tougher challenges there. I feel Carabao Cup and this cup competition might just be a bit easier. So I don't want him to take it lightly. I'm happy with the squad rotation today. I want him to, go into the other qualifying round with similar ideas, similar attitude, and hopefully we get one at the end of the day.